me say, all of it gone with so hypocrite. You stop it, them the thing no benefit. Fancy car, house and land, who enjoy is only one. Is living, still living in the hearts of human beings. Don't this up and it is a serious thing.
Yes, 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 yes.
Got no time for even having. From you looking at the man, don't you know you shouldn't get all this shit we love? Hey, what about you?
Respect Lorraine Hart Monroe, respect. Welcome forward, Mr. Lloyd Blake. Rocky Brown and the Philadelphia crew, big up, welcome forward. Pull up, I'm gonna set the scene first before we bring in the big man, yeah? Before we bring in the legend. Well, go back that, cause earlier, you know, I'm going to some English artists, cause you know, we love to mix it up. So I go right forward to some English artists again, yeah? Some artists from England who is just as good and just as bad as the artists them from down so. Here the one here. This man called, who remember Peter Culture? Yeah, man, how you mean, man?
Oh! My tune,
The best of English lovers rock coming to you.
It's the power within one's heart. Yeah. Oh, and it's the power of love that keeps us together. Oh, woman. Oh, woman, can't you feel the death of loving? Because the things you do for me makes me to realize that you're
all the way, just go and click the share button. Big up yourself, John Francis. Okay, one more time, man called Peter Culture from right here in Birmingham. Yeah.
It's the power within one's heart. Yeah. Oh, and together. Oh,
Hearing these strange feelings.
words can't seem to explain.
The legend one told me to sing.
Unexplainable situation. When love takes possession. Oh, woman, can't you feel it feeling that the heart don't want to let go, no way. But to live in love is better than to say I love you, baby. Cause the best of love we gotta show. I've been getting these strange feelings. Words can't seem to explain. And it's an unexplainable situation. When love takes possession.
I want you to click the share button. Sell out the good vibes out to the world that are Birmingham strong. The good vibes there. You think of one legend we have in there. You think of two legend we have in there. I'll be a legend about the place. Here the next legend I know. When you think of ramp, me a ramp, you don't know. Yeah, man, share it out.
The other night around my house, it was empty.
Yeah! Pull up that! Pull up! Me say you show off. Me say I really a reason. Bonita Star! Sell it out there after that tune. Never gonna talk to my friend Peter Spence, legend of Lovers Rock. Yay! To find my house, it was empty. My baby packed her bags and she left me. Lord have mercy, yeah. Hey, that man know it's feeling up to come on now. Find out. Yes, Gloria Canage. A real thing. Reggae music are the best medicine. Give me what I need, bring back the love. Bring back the love. I can feel that our relationship was getting kind of rocky. And when she threatened to leave, man, I refused to believe it. Anyone can get light, bro. You know what I mean? Welcome forward, Alicia. There she goes. My honeysuckle rose, so there she goes. They never know some sacrifice. And only half. All right. We can take it on car. Now, people, yeah, you go to the kitchen, you go to your bar in your house, you get your drink, you settle down, yeah, you make sure you have everything you need. All right, you're back in front of your phone car. Right now, I'm gonna bring on my special guest. My special guest is none other than one of the legends of Lovers Rock, the man called Peter Spence.
People don't know.
No, people, I need you to understand, you know.
People don't know.
And I told them I know this morning, you know. And yesterday, about long before, day before yesterday. Yeah, from a come England. From a come England. Yeah, before him decide to become Peter Spence, the singer. You understand? I know him as just Peter Spence, good friend. You understand? Greet the people themselves.
Real man. Good evening and greetings. It's wonderful to be here. And you, sir. Lord, glad to see you, man. Truly glad to see you. It's nice to be here, bro.
Yeah, man. Lovely. Hold on, we'll get some feedback.
2-2.
Hold on there.
See there?
What? The mic call a cut out from me. Your mic on
2-2. Yeah, it's good.
Your mic? My mic low, but it's so. So here we are going now, people. Peter Spence is not here to have an interview with me. He's here to have a conversation with us. You understand? And I haven't seen it for a while now. But obviously, I'm hearing everything you're doing. I'm feeling good about what you're doing. But I just want for a lot of the people who don't know you, you know how a lot of audiences and fans like to know them favorite artists intimately like that. You understand? Where they're from, which school they went to, and all these kind of things. Give them the synopsis, my friend. A quick synopsis of Mr. Peter Spence before Peter Spence the artist. You know, your family upbringing, and you know, where your local, you know, which area, and all these things, your school. Yeah.
Well, anybody who knows me from these sites know that I grew up in Barcelona. Saddam. People don't like to hear that. Yeah, Bosley. Me go to St. Albans School. As a youth, me go to church up at George Street. My father taught me to play guitar when I was little. And he taught quite a few of the local guys to play as well. Yeah. When I was about 5, we go to Jamaica with my mother. And you know the influence that hits you when you're there, it's awesome.
Unforgettable.
Yeah, and there are things that stay with you. And one of the first things that hit me when I was there was £1.10 for the wedding cake and 20 bottle of cola wine. 2 meters, yeah? Festival song.
Yeah.
Awesome. Never left me. And Treasure Island and Rocksteady just sink into me.
Yeah.
Because that daddy played all the time. So that's sort of where I cut my teeth on Rocksteady.
Okay.
You know? Listening to Tomlins and Paragons, and I love that era. That's my era. Love it.
You know, as a young man and a young boy them days, did you try to imitate singing those songs that you heard?
I couldn't sing.
What did you try to imitate?
No.
You didn't?
No. See, Bonita, they're asking. I am a late comer. Yeah. Compared to everybody else, me late. Because I was a musician. A musician first. You know, so I was playing in a local band, we played guitar, and him kind of pulled me through to come to harmonies and stuff up at Silicon Squad. And that's where it sort of started for me. But I didn't sing. I used to get in trouble at school. Spence! Because I wouldn't sing. My voice was too loud and it just didn't make sense to me.
I remember, you know, when I was in the army, right, and I used to come home and leave now and again, right?
I remember.
And the blues, right? One that used to play most of the time.
Yeah.
When me see this man here, I see, come here, hear the singing, you know. I mean, I wonder who that I sing, and when I go round the Peter, me say round there, I sing. And I say, are you, me say, brother, what you do behind there? Come out here, somebody, make the people them see, say, you are sing. Remember me tell you, yeah man, me couldn't believe it, because me never left me a singer. me go left me, I just, Peter.
Yeah. Me come and follow behind them man there.
Yeah.
Bonito. Peter culture. You see the tune we just play. Yeah. I've been getting these strange feelings. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Awesome. We used to love God Blues just for hear him sing.
Yeah.
For me, that's where all of that started.
Okay. So when, in saying that then, because you're saying, well, you're a latecomer in the singing kind of fraternity, when did you decide that you want to take up that kind of test, and why?
That's a good question, isn't it? You know, no one's ever asked me that question.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
seriously.
surprised.
I don't know. It was sort of a natural progression. Coming through, and I was hanging on other people's coattails, Bonito, Peter, Pato. You know, me hang up on them coattails, and then there was an opportunity for me to come through, and I was able to record a song. And fortunately for me, the first song we recorded, Pato put it out.
Really?
The second song we recorded, Greensleeve signed me.
Okay, I hear that.
So you see, I was fortunate. I'm definitely one of the fortunate ones. Because Greensleeve signed me, then we get signed with Fashion, then later on we get signed with Island. So the progression was pretty quick. But I always say, and I always insist, when you're talking to young people, and you know, you see all this, you see how social media steer right now, and everybody wants to be a superstar, and you can just do that through social media. That ain't the way, man. You have to get your education first.
Yeah, you have to go through the grind. Yeah.
You have to get your education. You have to get your little piece of paper. Otherwise, you're not going to get through. You need something to fall back on, because this music thing it's not pretty.
And even in the sport, I was involved in sport for a long time.
Yes,
you know, young people with football and all these things. And even, you know, one of my daughters, she runs for England now, but even when she was younger, as a junior, and to all the young people that's, you know, been around me like that in sport, I say to them, listen, you might be the most, you know, talked about youngster in terms of football, today. Tomorrow, you're running up your stairs, God forbid, you slip, drop, lick your crack your knee, and the carry you down. What next? I put it raw like that to them. So them understand. So you can't just depend on the musical talent or the sporting talent. You need. I even give them example of the Americans. You know, the top sportsmen in America. No matter what the color, they go through a system, college. Yeah. They all go through college. They have to go to college, even if they pick them up from the road.
You have to achieve in your education.
Yes.
Before you can.
Because you could be the best one in the basketball team or the football team. They're taking you out the team if you're not keeping up your grade point average. And I think that's what's missing here. So that's a good point you make.
Absolutely.
And so, in terms of you making that transition now into Peter Spence, the singer, yeah, your influence in terms of singers, yeah, I know you. I can see that you admire Bonito a lot. You understand? But outside of Bonito as well, you know, what other singers in terms of artists out there internationally that influenced you? You thought, yeah, I can do that.
You know something? I think we were born in a time where there was a lot of influences, and yeah, it kind of show with age, but you see the Rocksteady era, 69, 72 period, Treasure Island, boom, Lotte.
That was it,
you know. when John Holt was a paragon, them time then, yeah. But then when you come into middle 70s going up, the culture, you have, for me, it was Johnny Clark. Okay. Johnny Clark, Hugh Mundell.
Yeah. Oh God, Hugh Mundell.
Yeah.
To me, a very underrated singer from his time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Shame they didn't die so young.
As well.
But Johnny Clark was mine because I used to try and mimic his melodies, and I could do that. And that's where I started singing. Because people said, boy, you sound like Al Campbell. No. Johnny Clark.
They know the Al Campbell thing.
No,
you respect Al Campbell.
Yes, man. Don't try to give me that trouble.
Easy yourself, Al Campbell. You know me a joker. You know me stay already. Hey, you get nervous quickie. Anyhow, Mr. Peter Spence. Sorry, I just take the mic me. I call you Mr. Peter Spence. But anyhow, I'm gonna play 3 tracks. 3 of your tracks.
Okay.
And after this,
your choice, not mine.
My choice. Yeah. And I hope the people, full enjoy the choices that I made for you. Okay. And after these 3 tracks, you're gonna give me a little storyline behind these tracks. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right then. The first one is with your friend here.
Gotta tell you the story. I'm trying to make believe that I'm happy, but I'm so lonely. Only got a 9 to 5, my house, it was empty. Yeah, my baby packed her bags and she left me. Lord have mercy, yeah. Since then I've been sitting here all alone. Without my girl, my house just doesn't feel like.
Hold on there. No, well, you see, you know your melody. Stop the bus. The one that fly out of the room.
I know.
You did hug up the mic in it. Right, here we're going to try. We're going to try yesterday's magic for the people there.
I sound like I'm about 12. My voice is so young.
If you look carefully, I'm still waiting for a precious woman to come along. I know I can make it without you, baby, but I need the magic that you give me so much. True it may be that I could play around. I love you down to God's ground. I know what you need and I won't make no fuss. Yesterday was perfect for us, so take me back to yesterday's magic. And take me back to yesterday's love. Take me back to yesterday's magic.
Don't forget to lick the share button.
To yesterday's
The legend is here.
love. Back to yesterday's love. seen a smiling face. A love like mine could never be erased. Look into my eyes, you won't find a trace. No, this is not the time, this is not the place. Tomorrow I cannot see, I do not trust. This old world is so unjust. I'm at the point where I won't turn away. I need those feelings from yesterday. So take me back to yesterday's magic, and take me back to yesterday's love. Take me back to yesterday's magic, and take me back to yesterday's love. Back to yesterday's love.
Big up yourself, Rose America John. Wendy Walker, good evening, good evening.
Wendy Walker.
Yeah, we're in conversation with the Lovers Rock legend that is Peter Spence.
If I were your king, would you be my queen? Don't be afraid, don't hide what you feel. The loving I need, I don't want it to stop. So take me, just take me, and don't let me drop. No, take me back to yesterday's magic, and take me back to yesterday's love.
Easy, come. We have another good one for going in, people. Trust me. God, it is Peter Spence, undoubtedly one of the legends of the Lovers Rock era. Hear this one.
Remember when we were young.
How you doing, Donna?
I remember how you hurried by me. Ooh, baby.
Come again. Okay. You never tell him how the show you still. You never tell him. Good evening, Donna. How you doing from there? Bless up, bless up, bless up. All of the people that were there are all of vibes with the legend that is Peter Spence.
Remember when we were young.
Send it out there.
I remember how you hurried by me. Ooh, baby, on the way, going to school. Oh, my darling, I was always there to run behind you. Ooh, with the natural love ever to remind you that it's true.
You up for your acapella song? No?
Yes, it's true, and I know we're both together in this love affair. You and me, baby, makes the difference who you are. Hey, baby, you could be rich or you could be poor, but I know love is sure to come in a way. Someday, girl, some way, girl, someday.
Pull up. Sorry. People, you know something. I'm going to play it again, because there's so much people that have to pull up this thing here. Me have to pull it up again.
Free.
My good friend, Mr. Spence here is, yes, he thinks his voice sounds very young then.
Yeah, man, very young. The son will be 12.
Remember when we were young.
Who remember them days when dance sweet?
Remember how you hurried by me. Ooh, baby, on the way, going to school.
Peter Spence tune can't play a man have a woman to dance with your
I
man.
was always there to run behind you. Ooh, with the natural love ever to remind you that it's true.
This is the Stretch the Limit show.
It's true, and I know we're both together in this love affair. You and me, baby,
big up, big up.
Oh, love is sure to come your way someday.
All right, don't worry. Hear what you do. You know? People, what are they know? All right, so
you see the acapella come now?
no, the acapella come now, you know. So, people.
I watched you as you hurried by me. Ooh, baby, on the way, going to school. Oh, my darling, and I was always there to run behind you. Ooh, with a natural love that to remind you that it's true. Yes, it's true, and I know, we're both together in this love affair. You and me, baby, it makes no difference who you are. Yeah, baby, you could be rich or you could be poor, but I know love is sure to come your way someday, girl, some way, girl, someday. Love is sure to find a way.
No, you I didn't ask you to come sing or to show off yourself.
Boy, you know easy, eh?
People, that was exceptional. Thank you. On behalf of all of you, I will say thank you for that. Acapella there, Mr. Spence.
Because I'm really pleased to be here.
I'm glad you are pleased to be
well
here, sir.
You, King.
All right, then I'm glad I hear you say that. I'm going to play, before I play this tune now. Right, so we had Lovers Rock, yeah? And we had Yesterday's Magic.
Yes, sir.
Give me a little quick synopsis, in terms of the history behind those two tunes. If you can remember.
Lovers Rock was one of my favorite tunes. Sugar Minot.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
The original Lovers Rock.
Yep.
Wonderful.
This is Lovers Rock.
Yeah. And them time we have a little drum machine in room, a little Tascam, and a little keyboard in my bedroom. I remember that beat. Boy, stop doing it for nice. Stop doing it for nice. You remember that? I'm in my room, I build tune, So I sort of, and then I learned to play it because my father teach me to play it. Yeah, so I started building tunes in my room, and that was the first one.
Lovers Rock.
Yeah, and boy, it was just an honor to do it, man. Yeah. Seriously, and Sugar Man at himself, because he used to be here a lot. Remember? Mm-hmm. And he hooked me up and he said, so I was honored, man, truly. Yesterday's Magic was the first song I did when I was signed with Fashion in London. Yeah. People used to say it was more of a London tune, but it got me through the door.
What do they mean by a London tune? In terms of the way the rhythm track was?
Yes, at that time it was that vibe. Yeah, up here we were more
rootsy rhythm track up here, so rubber dub, more rubber dub. Yeah, I hear that. When they walk all, well, me can't bother name out all the woman them are big up here.
Yes, man. What's wrong with you? You pay everything.
You know something? I can't bother with this brother here, I don't know. Me have my own words to me, I keep bringing these people. Chucky Brown, big up yourself. You understand me? Ron Bennett, big up yourself. Listen, I keep bringing all these people on my show. Yeah? I bring Robbie Levi, yeah? Volcano Lava Man.
Big up Robbie.
We bring Bonito Star, yeah? You understand me? And God bless you. Tasha B and Wilson Moncrief Michelle, boy, give thanks for the presents, because I'm not give me not one problem. You understand? But them make a show off, man, they come here. Yeah? You see, holla. I go play another two before I get that trouble. Bonita Star said this I wanna give me, you know. He asked me if me have it, me said no. He said, you're mad! Bro! Wake up yourself, Tonto, the area man there.
I never made a fortune. It's probably too late now.
Jeez.
I don't worry about that much. I'm happy anyhow. Yes, I am. As I go along this journey, reaping better than I sow. I'm drinking from the saucer, my love, 'cause my cup has over.
One more time, and the man will sing it so for pull it up. You get me? Him go like him is a pain fan. We love it. If you don't like your own work, if you don't love your own
But
work.
you see, this holds such resonance
Yeah.
for me and for a lot of people. You know? Especially someone, if you've lost someone.
It's true.
You know?
It's
And
true.
like for me, my mum, my daughter, and I know a lot of people have lost their parents or a child, and this just resonates so much.
For real,
You know?
for real.
It just tells you that you can still push on.
And,
You know?
and
You know,
that,
I haven't made the fortune,
yeah.
but it's never too late.
And on that note, I must say, Mona Cox and Dad, yeah, Mona Dad, yeah, Cox and Dad, boy, we feel it because a year ago, you know, I've heard, you know, our son passed away, you know what I mean, and it trust me, I feel one of the most difficult things that anyone can do on this world and will have to do is, if they have to do it, is bury their child. You do not want to be burying your child. You understand? That's one of the roughest things. You understand me? Big up yourself, the Moncrief family. Cause Mama Moncrief have a bury her son. You understand me? Accurate. Boom. Today. Your nephew, Bonita Star nephew, 31-year-old, you know, young, God. So all of the people where you know this tune mean a lot to you. Going out to you. The Here family, big up yourself.
Keep your head up in the lockdown.
How you mean, man?
It's probably too late now. I don't worry about that much. I'm happy anyhow. Yes, I am. As I go along this journey, reaping better than I sow. I'm drinking from my saucer, my love, 'cause my cup has overflowed.
For real, Mr. Blake, who feels it knows it.
And I got a lot of riches.
Alright, EP, the man called Ford from Gemini Dan. All of the Braid family, big up, all the strength.
But I've got a friend in Jesus.
Love, respect, Noblet, Crossdale.
That makes me rich in love. I thank God for my blessings, yeah, and the mercies He's bestowed. And drinking from my saucer.
Condolences to you and the family when they walk over your grandson.
Overflow.
So young.
Now remember, there are times when things go wrong and they are hard and they are difficult. Faith sometimes wears thin, but that faith will break those dark clouds and allow you to let Jesus in. So Lord, help me not to grumble about the tough roads I have owed. I'm drinking from my saucer because my cup has overflowed. If God gives me strength and courage when the way grows steep and rough, I'll not ask for other blessings, no, no.
I don't know why not.
Blessed enough.
We can see on our monitor.
To help my brother bear his load. I'll keep drinking from my soul because my cup has over.
Nice and easy, nice and easy. Alright, EP going out to all of the people who have lost, condolences going out to all of the people who have lost a loved one. You understand? Because you don't know. 2003, my mom passed away. I still feel it. You understand me? Especially certain time of the year. You understand me? Yeah. 17 years later, I see him here. You understand? All of the people who've lost your children, mother, father, nephew, niece, it's all hurtful. You understand? And this tune that Peter on upon it. You understand? Make it give you strength, make it give you hope. You understand? Mr. Spence.
Yes, sir.
Without this rubbish and madness that's going on now, I can only imagine, artists like yourself in a recording booth and recording the songs. But I'm gathering and I'm feeling that what you guys really like to do is going out there on stage.
Absolutely.
And performing.
Absolutely. Because you have to artists make their living. To go into a studio, you still have to find the funds to sort the studio. So you make your money back through record sales, streaming, etc. It's quite different from when we started. Man, I sell tune out to the boot and car and mix tape, and it's completely different now. The platforms are different, the approach is different. So, but going on stage and being able to push your song and project it, and sometimes it's just looking across that stage. Not true, Father B. You look across that dance floor and you see someone, and you've connected with them.
And I suppose
there is nothing better than that, because you feel it here.
You feel that instant vibe as
Absolutely.
well from the crowd.
Absolutely.
Instant vibe. There's no delay. You don't have to wait to see if the record them sell. You don't have to wait.
No, that's true. That's true.
You go up on stage and sing, and the people go red straight away. You feel that vibe. You understand me?
It is awesome.
So what do you think is going to happen, Nick? What do you think? You think it's going to come back?
I think there are a lot of
that?
things that have been put in place right now that are going to stay. There's no doubt about it. But as time progresses, I think things will come back. We'll be able to go out and do what we were doing before. But things are going to be limited. And I think I don't even want to go into the political thing, because
No.
then that's a different show.
No, but from an artist's perspective, you see, sometimes you can't abide.
It is difficult because a lot of musicians, there are so many people connected to the business that are not being able to make any money, they're not being able to live. Fortunately, some of we are work. We still have 9 to 5s.
And whether you that,
but the majority of musicians are jobbing musicians.
Yes,
so it's very, very difficult at the moment.
When the MP said, when they said a couple of weeks, the Asian guy, the MP, they went to him say people from the art industry, art and music, have to go and retrain. I am trying to avoid the response I gave to that because I am live.
But remember what I said at the beginning about getting that education, because these things will happen.
for these occurrences.
Yeah.
It's handy. It's true. It's
So
true.
if you have the education, at least you have something to hold on.
And you know, people, you know, that message should be resonated to your children, grandchildren. Let them understand, no matter how talented they are in other fields, let them understand that their academic talent is what's needed most. It has to run alongside anything else they're doing. So please, preach that message to your young ones in your family. It could be your niece, your nephew, your grandson, granddad. It doesn't matter.
Please do.
Could be just a youth in your road, you know. Preach it to them. Let them know academics has to run alongside it. You understand? Okay. Oh God, boy, I mean, I look up
time
at
gone quickly, man.
May I tell you, I mean, every week I the same thing, you know. Yeah. The time was fly. I bet you say if it was one idiot show and somebody could joke to me and go on with the time without drug. You know? Alright. Peter Spence, without further ado, the people them come here to hear you, not me.
Oh! Here I am standing alone. I can't take it on my own.
Peter Spence is in the house.
I'm in need of your love. I can't take it on my own. Don't leave me lonely. You know I can't take it. Hear my body, I'm so good. Time after time it was me you needed. Now here I come again where I'll go. Don't leave me feeling lonely. Please don't say you got to go. Oh no, don't leave me feeling lonely. Living like you're wanting for my own. I can't take it on my own. I can't take it on my own. I never wanted, oh Lord, to break it up this time, because the love was worthwhile.
Yes, PD, cool, respect.
Times I've seen
PD.
cool.
you.
Wow.
See, the first tune she hear I'm by. Is a she or a he? I can't say good enough. A he? Is a he.
When you're gone, I'm gonna miss you. Try to tell me that I do care. Oh Lord, try to tell me you won't even listen.
Big up yourself, Christine Benjamin.
My heart is here.
Step on the platform next week.
Don't leave me feeling lonely. Please don't say you got to go. Oh no, don't leave me feeling lonely. Living like yours, I want it for my own. Living like yours, you know it should be mine. It should be mine. Whoa. Living like yours, you know it should be mine.
Nice and easy. Hold on it. Hold on, Peter. I gotta tell you something, right?
Yes, sir.
Hold on it. Before I go ahead and say anything, Mr. Blake says that this tune brings back good memories of PCRL and
Yes, absolutely, man.
And I agree with him. I agree with him. But you know what I have to say? You understand? The next time if I happen to have you on the show again, yeah? Can all you ladies please come to the studio instead of that way? Because we not nobody for dancing with them tune you play and a beer joking. We don't eat that thing we do know.
Oh, you're so right. John.
Nah, seriously, them tune you play. I'll be a man there.
Now I turned over to see she was not there.
Yeah.
I did not recognize my underlying fear. I rolled down the stairs to make a cup of tea, and then I realized there was no one there. So I called out her name, and there was no reply. Then I called out again.
Pull up and come again. You see, now when someone say me a joke, and I see you wrestling with the pan, you know. Joe, you are run go.
You see what you do?
Can all you ladies please, you can I'll be sending out free tickets for you to come to the studio the next time I bring Peter Spence here, right? Because these Peter Spence tunes can't be playing and them without nobody for dancing. Cause all the broom, the broom in the corner don't even look fat enough.
She said goodbye, yeah.
Big up yourself, Zek now.
Now I turned over to see she was not there. I did not recognize my underlying fear. I rolled down the stairs to make a cup of tea, and then I realized there was no one there. So I called out her name, and there was no reply. Then I called out again, and to my surprise, there was a note with my name. Oh, so I took
DJ Sweet Touch, big up.
it inside.
Sweet touch.
She simply said goodbye, jumped into my
Daisy Reed say you bring back good memories, sir.
Thank you, Daisy.
heading for the station.
Big up yourself.
I've got to swallow my pride. She's on the platform with the children by her side. Do I ball her out? Do I take my time? So I called out.
Okay.
You see this track? This track. When this track was released, a man stopped me in the street and he said, "Oh, Peter Spence, oh, you make the woman take the picnic them off of the tree when she go up on the tree. Oh, you made it. Why you do that?"
If I listen
The
to
man
tune hard,
cussed me, you know.
I say if I listen to tune
You
hard.
know what I'm saying? Bro, it's a song. It's not real. It's a song. It's something me write. He said, "No, man, you shouldn't make the woman come take with the picnic."
You know, it coming like them people who watch Carnation Street and East Enders. And them actually believe that I go on, you know. And them start fashion them life off and with them see this. So it coming like that, for real. But in saying that though, what made you pen that particular song?
If I'm honest, it was someone else's story.
It can happen that
Sometimes
way.
we do that, you know.
Yeah, it can happen
as
that
right
way.
as you know, someone will tell you something or you'll hear something, and you just sort of adapt and make it into a story. People tend to think that it's yours personally. Sometimes there is a personal thing there, but a lot of times you're telling someone else's story, and a lot of the time it is real. And we'll just leave it there.
No. I know. I can understand that. I really do, because sometimes, you know, the words in the poem or the song is, you know, is not from your experience. It's probably somebody close to your experience who appreciates you putting those feelings or that situation in the words.
And the fortunate thing that we have as artists and as writers, we're able to push that person's pain somewhere else.
Yes. And
So it is a blessing.
and this is when you're using your craft positively.
Absolutely.
There you go. Don't leave me lonely. No, if you tell me say it's a girl we did a check and she decide to run the left you. No, sorry, go on.
You're horrible. You know?
Miss Walker, so no.
Don't Leave Me Lonely was the second tune I ever recorded.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to be signed to Greensleeves because of it. And I also won Best British. Them day it was the real pop industry. Best British reggae newcomer
Okay.
for that year.
For that year.
For that song.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
Learn
We had
everything.
the disco. Yeah. Wonderful. I played guitar on that, and I played bass on that, and some keys. And that's why I'm so proud of it, because I actually played on it. Love it, man.
How are you, son?
Oh, thank you, bruv. And the biggest thing about the tune is how it felt singing it here in Birmingham. To this day, when you sing it, people still lift you up. They lift you up over it. I don't know. It still touches me even now.
That's good.
I love it, man.
So you played the bass,
Yes,
some
sir.
keyboards on it,
And the guitar.
and the guitar,
Mm-hmm.
and you sing on it.
Mm-hmm. We are musicians, you know, King.
Boy, I'm so used, you know.
Come on, bro. We are musicians, man. Come on.
No, seriously. Props, enough props to that. Respect, because one thing I like in people, and I like to see people portray and exhibit is flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? I love to see people show the different facets within the talent they've got.
And because of that, which is what a lot of people don't realize, because we are musicians, we've all played on each other's tunes.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. Mm-hmm. We've done harmonies on it. Many a tune you listen to, half of with us, these artists in Birmingham have sung on each other's tunes and other people's tunes. Yard artists' tune.
Which is
We've all done that. Because those, when things are a bit tight, those are your sessions. And when you do your sessions, you know, you get paid. It's still all part of the industry.
And it's right as well that you all should, you know, really work together.
Absolutely.
For a good.
Something we used to do a lot of.
You know what? And in that, can I ask you a question? Now, we've all heard a lot of these real derogatory songs going out. You know, about woman and the beat and ray. How can that be maybe not even stopped, but, you know, kind of lowered? You know, how can that be happen? What do you think can be done?
Well, in Jamaica, where a lot of it come from, it's really policed very, very well. And your radio stations, your internet stations, I mean, they don't have pirates, but all of your radio stations, they limit that, they police it, they stop it. And if certain radio stations or certain DJs play any of those tunes, they're fined. So you only hear them tunes in a dance hall. You know the one thing that hit me when we go to Jamaica? Kenny Rogers come to Jamaica and he play a stadium in Kingston 3 nights on the trot. Sell out. They have to put on 2 extra late. Kenny Rogers, country singer.
Well, when I grew up,
Which shows you the dance hall is out there, but it's not as big.
Yeah. I mean, growing up in Jamaica, I mean, in the 60s and so, I mean, Johnny Mattis, Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton.
Those were the influences.
You know what I mean? We had them
Jamaicans love stories, country songs which tell good stories. Maybe heartbreaking stories, love stories, but that's what they're about. And I think sometimes it's unfair that we're judged by the small fraction of derogatory dancehall tunes that are out there, because the majority of artists are out there working really hard and they're not doing that.
And I think what doesn't help is the fact that there are too many people, I'm not going to call them selectors, too many people who are fortunate to be on a forum like I am, or on a forum behind a sound, to play tunes. And I'm thinking, in my thinking, you go on these forums, you go on there to teach. You go on there to promote the music in a positive way to the world.
Absolutely.
And I think there's too many people playing these kind of derogatory songs out there playing, and people allowing them to, giving them the forum to play.
But you also have to keep in mind that the platforms are there for people to utilize. And there is still a market for that music. Whether you like it or not, there is still a market. So, you know, sometimes we have to, you know, sometimes you let some of those things go.
I'm just, you know, being
You know,
devil's advocate.
me know you try to, man. Try to get me in that trouble. Like
No, but just why you run out. Every time you hear him say me that trouble, you run. Wait. Are you afraid not to know? Anyhow, Peter Spence,
Bro?
it is that time.
Yes, sir.
I am absolutely grateful, and I'm sure I speak for the people, that we are grateful that you've decided to come here and grace us with your presence as a legend in the Lovers Rock world, and be here and have a conversation with us. Share the love, the tunes. Some of you love the tunes with us.
I'd like to come back and have a conversation with you.
We will talk about a date like that. This too short, yeah. We will do that.
People, you are listening to Stretch to the Limit. possibly the best show in the world.
Peter Spence says something on me. Hey Peter, before you go in, I don't know if y'all seen on the internet, you know, about this guy that tried to kidnap this little girl in London. You know, this school girl, they never see. Yeah man, Wednesday I saw one boy try kidnap a girl on her way to school, a little girl on her way to school. Luckily, a young lady and her mother kind of spotted something wasn't wrong and started following him and filming him. Yeah, and eventually actually stopped this little boy, this man from, you know, kidnapping this little girl. He actually had his hand around her head like that and had his hands over her mouth. He just walked off with her and he was going to go away with her to abuse a little girl. And you know what I mean? It really vexed me. As an artist, well, DJ in the past, you know, I kind of pen a little lyrics for it. Yeah? And I don't pen it fully yet, but I know what you think. What you think, people? Because we have a chant down these little pedophile them and all these kind of people. We have to. We have to. Yeah? And Peter Spence is here, and you know, we have to, as all of we as like-minded, good-minded people, we have to look against these kind of people. You understand? So, you know me, the ragamuffin thing. So, yeah, this thing. Alright, you know what I said now? You know what I said? Big man left the picnic them alone. You see the picnic them make them go home. Child abusers from England to Rome. The whole of who no hang if it up to me alone. Big man left the picnic them alone. You see the picnic them make them go home. Child abusers from England to Rome. You could have lived in the US, France or jam down. Enough man out a road well rated, but undercover enough of them well perverted. Let me say the whole of them get castrated. And when the mark of the beast get tainted, enough of them a move like predator. And all a breed them baby mother daughter. What kind of thing that? That can't right, sir. We'll find the whole of them and drown them in the water. If the whole of the run. What do you think, sir?
Bro, I love the lyrics, man. You love the lyrics.
Alright, you know something? I'm going to finish that lyrics and I'm going to write it, you know. Because it needs to be out there.
I'd like to produce it.
Really?
See, I've said it live on air.
And
there you go.
You know, think, me never know nobody see there. No, but seriously, respect, sir.
Bro, I've known you from I was a youth.
Aye.
That's why it's a pleasure to be here.
Stop making me feel so old, man.
You think that you want one? What's wrong with you?
People, we are going to lick out against it. We are going to lick out against it. My mama tell you, because a long time, the government legislation and the judicial system, in my view, is protecting these people by the laxities, the punishment them get when them do get caught. You understand? That's my advice on it anyhow. People, give thanks, love you know, give thanks to the energy that you know sent forward to Mr. Spence. You are the last word, Mr. Spence.
Thank you very much, people. God bless you know. Keeping your head up during this ridiculously judgmental time. Abstain from foolishness and God bless you know. Look after your family and look after yourself and stay safe. Blessed love.
You heard it from him and you hear it from Robert T. This is the Stretch the Limit show. Say, full joy the rest of the weekend. Walk with God in your heart. Walk with positive in your heart.
Real.
Right? And hopefully by the grace of God, we see each other for next week, Saturday, 7 till 9. Yeah? Bless up. Rastafari.